Hey everybody, Von here with the Vonster vlog. Welcome to day 7 of a year of yoga. I am pretty excited to actually be doing this for a week. At the time of recording, I am celebrating my birthday month by having pre-orders for our super durable merch line through our friends with World of Strange. Links are down in the video description if you'd like to celebrate my 33rd birthday with me. It's a pretty good number. I'm excited about it. But we're going to start with our buddy Z here and do a bit of yoga. We're opening up with tree pose, then we're going to be moving into a forward fold, then cat cow, down dog, lizard is the new pose for today, and then cobra and cobbler. So just taking a moment to become aware of our breath and the movement of it. If you've been having a long day, if you've got a long day ahead of you, you've had a really good day, a really peaceful day. Just, it can be difficult, but try to acknowledge without judgment, if that makes sense. Like, it's been a bit of a long day today. I've had some challenges that are testing me. It's all right. It's okay. We've gotten through challenges before. We'll get through them again. Let's put some roots down. So sending our energy down through the base of our foot and focusing on balancing through the 4 corners. Big toe, pinky toe, both sides of the heel, as well as a little bit of front and back as well. We can come up onto our left toe, and we're grounding down through the ground, almost like we're pushing it away from us, but also radiating up as well. Bringing our toe to the ground and opening our left leg out. I'm balancing my heel against my shin, and this could just be where we are today. Or we can bring our foot up to our calf. And try to balance and breathe. And then we can come back down. Very cool. I'm just going to check something real quick. Okay. I tried to shoot a tutorial earlier today, and it cut off at the 8-minute mark. It just stopped recording entirely. It was so stressful, but that's fine. So I just wanted to check and make sure that the camera was actually still recording. So I'm going to put my roots down through the left foot, grounding through all 4 corners of my feet, pressing the ground away from me, but also growing up. I'm a bit wobblier on my left leg today, and that's okay. It's okay to be wobbly. So opening up our right leg with our toe on the ground and our heel on our shin. You can bring the sole of your foot to your calf. And you can hold your hands wherever is comfortable to you. The 3rd breath. Whoop. That feels like all I've got in me today on this foot. I'm getting a cramp. And don't, my goal for myself was 5 breaths, but that's my ego getting in the way. It's okay to just do however much you can do. We could come out of it and then get back into it. So don't let your idea of how something should be get in the way of how something is and the beauty and preciousness of it in that moment. Like, it's okay. But this isn't what I planned, but this is what's happening, and that's pretty cool anyways. Whew. Unless that cramp keeps coming back, in which case I think that's all I got in me. So I'm going to check one more time just to be sure. Okay. So now we can come into... Yes, the mic's still on. Okay. I'm like ultra paranoid now. We're going to come into our forward fold, which we can actually use our bricks, if you're into that. Getting a little bit of a stretch. I canned up about 5 quarts of pickles. And my back feels every bit of it. So without locking my knees, I'm coming forward, and we could have the bricks, our blocks, be on the highest, which I think that's where I'm going to start out. Just kind of walking my feet, like walking my knees, bending one and then the other. And we can alternate between having a straight back and stretching our hamstrings. Being careful to, I'm engaging my knees, but I'm not locking them out. I'm just holding them engaged. We could do that, or we could bend our knees and curve through our back. And we can alternate between those two. We can bring the bricks down a little bit more as we loosen up and our body becomes more accommodating of going deeper into the stretch. That's quite good. Oh, I don't know if y'all could hear that. I just cracked my spine. Now, if you want, you can remove the blocks and come down. And I'm rolling onto my heels and then up onto my toes, bending my knees and straightening my knees. I'm going to step it just a little bit wider. And we can actually grab our elbows and sway side to side. But all the while, we need to remember to keep breathing. And from here, I'm going to walk my hands down and lower my knees until we come into a tabletop. Oh, this will be a good spot to use our bricks too, if you're into that. I like to get a little bit more depth in my cat-cow if I can. Curling our tailbone and the tip of our head towards the sky. Tilting, starting at the tailbone and then rounding up through our back. And then scooping back into cow. And exhale, come into cat. I'm going to remove the blocks. And oh, dog's barking. Super relaxing atmosphere, I know. So once you've done a couple of cat-cow and you're feeling pretty good, I'm just going to sit back onto my heels, like, or with my legs folded in under me, and do a little bit of stretching for my wrists. I call these teacups, or like figure eights, because it's kind of like you're wiping out the inside of a teacup with a sponge or a dishcloth, but then doing a little bit of a figure eight for flourish. And I like to stretch as much as I can with each of my fingers, and then we can actually reverse it. And that actually stretches all the tendons and muscles through my wrists and hands. And I really like doing that. And it makes me feel, I don't know, just kind of like oh, what's it? The Scarlet Witch from WandaVision. How whenever she does that thing, and it's, I don't know, it just feels neat. I like it. So we're gonna come back, place our hands a good ways in front of my shoulders, and I've got my toes planted and curled and under me. Nice deep breath, and then I'm going to raise my tailbone towards the sky into downward facing dog. There we go. Leaving a lot of space between our ears and shoulders. And you can even kind of practice with like pushing, like just changing your shoulder position. Because I want my shoulder blades moving down my back, like towards my waist. And pedal out the legs. You can find movement, or I've been enjoying stillness in this posture. From here, we're going to come back down onto our hands and knees. Now, we're going to move into lizard pose, which you could stay in tabletop position like this, or you can come up onto your knees and bring your foot forward and move into your position from there. I'm practicing currently from a tabletop position, bringing our foot forward. And then you can place your hands kind of in line with my toes, planting my back foot and lifting my knee. And from here, we can kind of wiggle a bit, stretch into it, and pulse back out, breathing all the while. We can also bring our knee back down, uncurl our foot and our toes, and bring our elbows to the ground, letting our leg open up to the side. I'm going to come back up out of it, tuck that leg back. Now, this probably doesn't seem like much, but I'm like shaking and my heart's pounding and I'm a little out of breath. So this is just where I'm at. Okay, moving my hands off to the right a little bit, making space for my left leg. I actually drag my toe, and then, so it's like dragging it before I can set it down. Now, we're tucking my toes and lifting my back knee. If we can, look forward and radiate. I always forget to do that because this is quite challenging for me. I'm currently 250 pounds and my arms feel every bit of it, but building strength. So lowering my knee, untucking my foot, bringing my elbows down to where my hands were. And coming back up and bringing our foot back. Going to come back and sit on my feet for just a little bit more. Just catching my breath. And whenever I breathe in, I like to breathe in as much as I can and then breathe in just a little bit more to try to fill up more of that space, like breathing down into my stomach. So let's do that together. If y'all are interested, let me know down in the comments after you're done practicing today, in doing just a guided breathing, like conscious breathing video, because I personally think that would be a lot of fun. So coming now into, we have, what are we doing next? Cobra. So from here, I'm a little bit more of an extended posture, coming down, woo, bringing myself slowly to the ground. Now from here, we'll want to practice not just pushing through our arms, but lifting with our back muscles. So okay. So we'll want to practice not just pushing through our arms, but lifting with our back muscles, like how we are here. And you'll want to start by lifting and then pressing through your arms. And we can actually practice engaging and disengaging our glutes on this one, da booty. Because my tendency is to always have everything super clenched, but you can experiment and like move and practice experiencing tension and release in different parts of your body. There we go. And then from there, we can actually come back up, push back, bring our knees forward, cross at our ankles, and roll on back into cobbler pose. So from here, let's wring out our sponge. Now again, we don't want to just collapse over. We want to extend and grow up and out. Coming down. I like to hold on to my ankles. Inhale and exhale. And we could use bricks here as well to give us something to place our hands on. That way we can still be growing up and radiating out, but also bending at our hips and getting a deeper stretch. And so you may have your blocks up here, you may have your blocks here, you may not need blocks at all. Just whatever makes you feel like you have space to experience peace in that posture. I'm also going to wiggle side to side just a little bit. Come nice and deep, and we can come out of it on our inhales. And then on our exhale, inch our fingers forward a little bit more and deepen that stretch. You can feel free to repeat this sequence until your heart's content, or continue on with other postures and stretches that you feel called to. But otherwise, I think this is it for day 7 of a year of yoga. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And I love hearing from y'all in the comments. If you have any questions that you'd like for me to address in future videos, please leave those down in the comments as well. There's links to where you can get your official Vonster vlog and Back to Earth Creations merch down in the video description, as well as affiliate links where if you find any yoga props or outfits that you think you'd like, Those are down in the video description as well. But thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I will see y'all tomorrow. So until then, keep on keeping on. Bye.